called all the three scholars. He said, "This is one of the best moments in my life since we have started practicals in our lab." And he also said how we felt. You know, he just correlated this incident that when Neil Armstrong went to the moon, he communicated to the then U.S. president, and he said that once he landed on the moon, he said it might be a small step, but a giant leap for mankind. This is the way I feel at present. That's what Professor said. Some of these words were are still ringing in my ears now. So from that day, it's really been a giant leap for the Department of Biotechnology under the leadership of our professor. And talking about my professor, he's, to be frank, he's one of the best human beings I've ever come across. I've been closely associated with him for quite a long time. I've traveled with him all the way. I've been with him regardless of my PhD. I've been closely associated with him, and he's a wonderful human being and is a very good mentor to have in your PhD. Then now I'm hearing that we are going to shift to a new department, new building, in fact. That is really worrying because I've seen this department grow from stage to stage, and I've grown along with the department, with this building. So it is really a worrying fact. என்னதான் நீங்கள் லட்சக்கணக்காக பணம் போட்டு ஒரு பெரிய வீடு கட்டினாலும் சின்ன வயசில் நீங்கள் ஓடி ஆடி விளையாடி அது கூட வளர்ந்த வீடு தான் உங்கள் மனசில் அப்படியே பசுமையாக பதிஞ்சிருக்கும். அதே மாதிரி தான். ஸோ it is a bit worried, but somehow we need to grow. This is also a means of growing. Being a microbiologist, I believe subculturing is always good. So subculture, we get more secondary metabolites. So it is going to be a further growth for our department. And I wish this department grows to greater heights, and I wish all success to this wonderful department, and success to all the DBT, the family members of Department of Biotechnology. Thank you. Happy birthday, DBT. Bye.
As you all know, this development is purely due to the untiring effort of our beloved HOD, Dr. S. Pandiyan, our staff members, and of course our research scholars. As you all know now, most of our research scholars, they are receiving the stipends and they are working as a stipendary scholars. When I have joined, most of the research scholars, they were non-stipendary, and our HOD is seeing to that all of our research scholars are receiving these stipends. It's not an advice, but it is a request to our junior scholars that please maintain all the instruments carefully, utilize the instrument, but maintain the instruments carefully, use the chemicals only if it is necessary, pre-plan the work and then do the work, and publish enormous number of papers so that we can develop this department to a greater extent. I hope that within 2 years our lab will become one of the lab equivalent to the nationalized laboratory, and at last I feel very proud to be one of the member of this Department of Biotechnology.
My master's in biotechnology from Arakappa University. So I belong to the first batch, 2002 to 2004. So now I'm back here just to see the department. So I've been thinking to see the growth of Arakappa University biotechnology department, and I'm really very happy to see the kind of infrastructure development and the instruments and the kind of science that is being carried out now in DBT. So when I started my PhD, we were the first batch, and almost the first day when I entered, almost there were 4 walls and nothing much, but we had a good PCR, but we had something very important. We had so much of drive to do study well, and we had of course SKP sir, and who had constantly motivated us, and who, in spite of the poor infrastructure we had at that time, he was a constant source of inspiration for all of us. And we never nor I never go back and think why I did this, because I always feel myself uh, very proud of being part of this institution. And many thanks goes to definitely our HOD sir and to all the faculty members who were there at that time, and they were a constant source of inspiration and drive and motivation. So those were the most pleasant days that I would never forget in my life. So we have come to lab as early as 6 o'clock in the morning to attend lectures. We have been in late night till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock to listen to guest lectures from people from MK University. And never we had thought that this is taxing, because we like doing that, and we did that for betterment of ourselves, I should say. And I'm sure many of my batchmates would also agree to that, that was the best period of education that we had. I mean, though the facilities were limited, the drive and motivation was unlimited. So we had the best classes ever, and that was the best exposure that I have ever got. So that I would definitely say in all the discipline of biotechnology. Thank you.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். நான் தேன்மொழி. இந்த டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்டில் வந்துட்டு 2004 ப்ரொஃபஸர் சாருக்கு கீழே பிஹெச்டி ஜாயின் பண்ணேன். இப்போது ரீசெண்டாக February 26 தான் என்னோடய வைவா கம்ப்ளீட் ஆச்சு. ஸோ அப்போலேருந்து இந்த டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்டோடைய க்ரோத்தை வந்து நாங்கள் ஒரு 5 ரிசர்ச் ஸ்காலர்ஸ் அப்போ இருந்தோம். நாங்கள் கணேஷ் பாபு, நித்யானந்த், முனியாண்டி, நான், சையத் சார், சுகர் திவாம் எல்லோரும் நாங்கள் எல்லாம் ஒரு பேட்ச்மேட்ஸ். அப்போலேருந்து இந்த டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்டோடைய க்ரோத்தை வந்து நாங்கள் பார்த்துட்டே இருக்கோம். ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாக இருக்குது. இப்போ டிபார்ட்மெண்ட் வந்து இந்தளவுக்கு ஒரு ட்ரெமெண்டஸ் க்ரோத் வந்திருக்கு. ப்ரொஃபஸர் சாரோட இன்சார்ஜ் கீழே க்ரோத்துக்கு எல்லாமே வந்து இங்கே உள்ள ஸ்டாஃப்ஸ் தான் ரொம்ப முக்கியமான காரணம். அவங்களுடைய உழைப்பு இல்லாமல் இந்தளவுக்கு ரீச் ஆகிருக்காது. அதுக்கப்புறம் ரிசர்ச் ஸ்காலர்ஸ் அவங்க இப்போ இருக்கிறது மாதிரியே இன்னும் வந்து ரொம்ப யுனைட்டடாக இந்த டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்டோடைய க்ரோத்தை வந்து நல்லா ப்ரமோட் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு நான் கேட்டுக்கிறேன். ஸோ மை பெஸ்ட் விஷஸ் டு ஆல் த students and the research scholars.
A very good evening to one and all. This is Mustafa. Did my MSc in this esteemed department during 2003-2005. Presently, I am doing PhD in this same department. When I was joined here for MSc program, we didn't have sufficient instrumentation facilities. But today, we don't have enough space to keep the instruments. This shows the exponential growth of our department. I am very proud to be a part of this biotech family, and I wish you all a very bright future. Thank you.
Very good evening to all. I am Nitya. I have joined as a research scholar here in 2005, September 5, and I am still working here as a research scholar. I am indeed very pleasure to share my experience with you people. It was a very happiest moment in my life that I am sharing my research experience with you. These 5 years are the happiest years in my life, because I had a lot of nice experience both in professionally and in the point of view personally also. Because when I entered into the lab, I was the opinion about science was very different. So when I entered here and I learned so many things from this department that made me to think handle science in a different angle. Because the first thing in this lab is perfection. Without perfection, you can't survive in this lab. So I felt that and I learned that, and I'm very happy that I have learned that, and I will use these experience throughout my life. The experience I learned from our professor and all the faculty members is immensely useful throughout my research career, because they handled science and everything very perfectly, that made me to feel that I should be like that. And this is the occasion I want to thank Professor SKP and all other colleagues for giving me a great opportunity to join in this family, because DBT is a family. This is the first time where I felt that a department can be a family, because I am indeed very happy to be in this part of this family. And I've learned so many things. Professor always used to say, if you are not learning something in your PhD, then in the whole life you will never get the opportunity to learn that. So I always keep that in my mind, and I tell all my juniors to follow this, because this is the time you will learn everything, and whatever experience comes, that will help you throughout your life. And this is the best place. Nowhere you will find a lab like this, and the opportunities and the liberty to work is very, very much high compared to all other national lab in this country, I think so. Because whatever work we plan, we are in a full freedom to do that, and whatever doubt we have, we can ask that in any time, and whatever we need, we can ask that very easily. And this is where you can approach a professor very easily than anywhere else. So make use of this opportunity and do your research well. And all the MSCs, don't end up with the MSc, because PhD is the best part in your life, and try to do research and do more for this department, and keep up the name of this department wherever you go. That is the one main thing that will give more way and opportunity to your juniors. And all the very best for your future, and all the very best